ounces. So, my son tells me that he can tell me how tall that tree is right there using a shadow and some math. Don't think I buy it. So he's gonna try and prove me wrong here today. Let's see how this goes. All right. Yep. So we got our measuring helper. We got our mathematician. All right.
He's a no.
Noah's getting his diagrams and calculations ready.
And I'm also gonna
See if he can prove me wrong. I don't believe we could do it.
Well, I am gonna lie.
It's a tall tree. I think I just need to get up there with a tape measure.
Well, you're
measure
gonna get
down.
hurt.
I know, I could get hurt. So maybe if we could measure the height of that tree without having to climb it, that would be pretty awesome. But I don't believe it. We'll see. All right, Noah, you ready to prove me wrong? Not yet? All right, he's working on it. We'll check back. All right, what do we got going here, Noah?
Let me do it.
Explain to
Let
me
me
what
be
we're
in
looking
a
This
video.
is the stick.
Hold him, he's proving that what we're doing. There's a stick. All right, we got a
If
stick in the
that's
ground.
the-
Wait, let me show him. We got a stick in the ground. All right, he's gonna try and prove it to me. Now, what am I gonna do with that stick?
We need to find how tall that stick is without measuring. So we're gonna
Okay.
measure A.
Right.
So A to the mirror, and the
Right.
mirror tells us we need to, for the mirror, we need to put it down so we'll see the top of the stick.
Gotcha.
And we need to measure from where the stick is to the
Right.
mirror. Then we need to measure where the mirror is to where I am standing.
Okay.
And then we need to measure my eyes from to the ground,
All right.
how tall I am.
All right.
And
I
that's
believe it. Let's
for
try.
one.
All right. You got tape measure?
Oh, let me write down my formula.
Okay. Good idea.
Dad,
P
look
over
at
A.
my equation, Dad.
B, H over B.
Dad, look at my
H over
equation.
B, yes.
Dad,
There
look.
you go.
So there's our
Dad,
measure. Let's see what we got. Okay, you ready to measure?
Dad,
get our mirror
Dad,
in
Dad,
place.
Actually, I
Dad,
need-
Dad, Dad.
What, baby?
What?
What?
I need you to help me measure.
Are you drawing?
Yeah, you
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're just measuring. Yeah. All right, getting the mirror in place. Getting himself in place. All right. See what happens.
Dad, stop.
Oh, no, baby.
Alright, here we go.
All right, we got our calculations on our 3 different measurements. Let's see. So we got 62 centimeters, 140 centimeters, 87 centimeters. So now Noah's gonna do his magic.
Dad, what do
Magic
we need
math.
a cup for?
Can you explain to me what you're doing right there?
I learned this 2 days ago. I am doing P times 87.
Right.
So I'm doing P times B because we're doing
Wait.
cross multiply.
Where's P times B?
P times B. We don't
Okay. Oh, we don't
multiply down and up. We multiply across when we're doing cross multiplying.
Okay.
So we're doing P times B which is 87,
Okay.
and then we're gonna do 140 times 62.
Okay. So P87 equals 140 times 62.
Yes.
All right. What we
I'm gonna do 140 times 62
got? Okay.
equals 8,680.
Okay.
Equals 87p because we do not know what p is. So we're doing 87 times p. So now we're gonna define p. We're gonna do 8,680 divided by 87
All right.
equals p, and p equals
All right.
p equals 99.8.
All right. So you're telling me the height of that stick over there is 99.8 centimeters? Is that what you're telling me?
I think so.
Okay. So that's our, I guess. So now we need to check and see if we're pretty close to that. All right, here we go. Okay. Where's that tape measure? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see if this is going to be even remotely accurate. All right. So based upon our calculations, let's hold it up there.
I'm still not at 98.
Okay. No, this is centimeters right there.
Dada,
So we got 130,
Dada,
120,
Daddy,
110.
what's wrong with the ball?
Oh, it's cold and just
Okay,
lost
so
air
that's
pressure.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
That's 100. Oh, yeah. 10, 20, 30. You keep going.
Wait, that's 100?
No.
Oh.
That's 10 centimeters. 20,
20.
centimeters.
30,
Yeah.
40,
Mm-hmm.
60, 70, 80, 90.
So we think it's about 90. Would you say 99?
99.8.
All right, keep going. Let's see.
90. Yes.
What is it?
99.8.
No way. You're telling me that math worked?
Yes.
99? Oh my
0.8.
goodness. That's amazing. Hey everybody, look at this, mathematician, right here. We just figured out the height of that stick without having to measure the stick using
Math.
just geometry.
Yes.
All right, so now we can take that same principle and you telling me we could measure the height of that tree.
Do the same thing for the tree and it'll work.
Well, I'll be. All right, is there any other way you can teach me how to do this?
There's 2 other methods.
All right,
Dad,
well,
what
let's
can
go
I
to the next
do?
method.
Dad, what can I do?
All right, we're going to method number 2. Tell me about this one.
I don't understand this one real well, but I'll see if I can explain it.
Let's see if we can figure it out. Tell me about it.
So for this one, instead of measuring to my eyes,
Right?
we're gonna measure to the top of my head.
Okay, so, but in order for this to work, then
We need-
the
we're-
object would need to be taller than you, right?
Yeah, we're using shadow this time. We don't need mirror anymore.
All right. So why don't we instead of you?
Dad, this can do it.
What?
Oh, never mind. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I think
this
we
can
just got to
do
pick
it.
something taller, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dad,
Then we need to measure my shadow.
Yeah. Let me measure your shadow and then
Dad,
do what? Put it inside of the big shadow
No.
or something? Oh,
Same
okay.
formula as last time.
Gotcha.
Like PS. Okay, so this is P.
What, baby?
if we put these together, it makes
Yeah.
it long enough to count.
Oh, count them for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's my baby mathematician. Good job, Lisa.
If we put it together, it makes more and more.
Yep. Very nice. So you counted the number of steps.
Okay, now I'm ready.
That is very nice. All right, so you're ready to measure. I don't even know what we're measuring though. All right, so we're measuring you, but why are we measuring you?
Because we're using shadow this time. We're not using angle of reflection.
Oh, I'm just gonna figure out your height. Is that
Where-
it?
I think so.
Oh, I got you. So no mirror, but just gonna measure your height. Or we could do the stick again,
Yeah.
just without the mirror part.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we just took the most complicated method and did it first, right?
Yes, that was the complicated. These two
Gotcha.
should be easier.
Okay, so we're just gonna measure the straight shadow of this stick and try
Yes.
our calculations that way. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the shadow, I guess.
Right, there's the whole shadow. I gotcha. So
And
we're
then
gonna
there's
measure the
mine
shadow.
right there.
Yeah, but we don't care about yours, right? We just care about the stick.
But it says to measure my shadow also.
Where?
T. Me to my shadow.
Yeah, that's if you're measuring you.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, your shadow and the object's shadow.
We need to measure both.
The similar triangles and proportions can be identified. When you measure both shadows and your full height from the top of your head, then you calculate the height of the object. Oh, so we're just doing your height and the object's height. Oh, I got you. So this activity is just showing you how to do yours or the object. But since we've done the object here, why don't we just do the object first here and see if we get the same result?
Okay, so we need to measure
All right.
that.
Yeah, this is easy. So
Shadow?
we just need to measure the length of the shadow.
Where's the
Right?
tape measure?
I don't know. Let's see.
Lisa.
We actually do have to measure, Noah, because in this instance, the object we cannot measure because that's our objective, is to find it without having to get up into a tree. But we do need to find the ratio, right, Noah?
Yeah.
The ratio of your height to your shadows, so we can find that those different measurements. All right, so now we do need to measure Noah, so we can figure this out. We had a little measuring tape malfunction, but no worries, we got to back up. All right, so I'm gonna measure Noah's height and shadow. So we measured his height and his shadow length. All right.
Was that 6?
Height,
Yeah,
60?
60.
Your height is 60 inches. We had to move to inches. This tape measure doesn't have centimeters, but we can get the same result. The effectiveness here of total inches
Oops.
versus centimeters, just as well. This is bigger measurements anyway. Okay, let's watch him work. There it goes. So you're telling me the height of that stick is 96.6 inches.
Yes.
Now tell me about this S equals 87 inches. Where was that? Show me the S. Okay. And,
That was 87.
all right, show me the T. What was the T?
The T was my shadow.
Okay. So,
The measurements are, Mom says the measurements are supposed to come out really close
all right.
to each other.
Okay.
Mouth one.
Little calculation error. Mathematicians occasionally make mistakes. Not very often. So we had a
Well,
little calculation error. So, tell me, Noma, when you're looking at that P over 87 equals 60 over 140,
I need
how are
to
we
do
going to calculate that?
I need to do P times 140 and then 60 times 87.
All right, so I think we have a little calculation over here because you had an 87p. That's not right. We need like a what?
We need.
There you go.
Okay.
We're getting closer now. Let's see if we got it.
P over 140.
What you got now?
37.3.
37.3 inches. Right?
That's how tall that stick was when we measured.
So you're telling me that we just found the height of that stick
Again,
using
inches.
the ratio of your height to your shadow,
Yes.
right? And we cross multiplied. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
And
need to.
do you understand what we did now?
Yes, I
Okay.
multiplied wrong.
All right. So now the proportion of your height to your shadow should equal the same proportion
As in the stick.
as in the stick. So you're telling me your height and shadow proportion should be the same as the proportion of that height to its shadow.
If the measurements work, then yes.
If it all works. And it does work if you do your calculations correctly, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now we got one more way to do it, right?
Now we need to do the last way.
Okay.
This one, it took me a while.
All right. This might be the winner on the tree. For this to work, the object has to be taller than you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So my shadow is right here.
Right.
This shadow is right there.
All right. So you need to put your shadow within the
T.
ultimate shadow,
Then you need to measure my height. Well, we already have my height, right?
right?
So we already have 60.
Yeah. So we don't have a big object, do we?
Oh.
Do we have to use that person, or can we use an object itself within the shadow of another object?
Well, we're using me.
I know, but do we have to?
Maybe, I don't know. I only
Can we use
doing.
another object? Can we use a
I'm
short-
doing what the instructions tell me. I don't want to
Yeah.
get it wrong. If
All right. I see. I see.
H is my height, right? So 60.
Yeah. Yep. You're 60 inches tall.
Now we don't know the others, so we need to.
And we already know your shadow in this case, but we can't use the same object, so it doesn't mean we need to find something else.
Then the badminton.
The badminton net, can we measure the shadow of that badminton? Go stand over there, see if you're shorter than the badminton. Just barely. I don't think that's gonna work because your shadow's. Let's see. What about?
We can use bunnies.
Hmm.
shadows.
Hmm.
No man, Patty.
No.
The swing.
Hmm. The tall swing?
You.
Hey, that might work. Put you inside my shadow? That might work. Huh, good thinking, Noah. Let's try it.
Can I go put up Luke first?
Yeah.
Went out.
Go ahead.